Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the best, the cream of the crop that LEGO Star Wars have to offer. I'm talking about LEGO Star Wars UCS sets, and yes, I'm going to be ranking 10 that I think are the absolute best of the best with those sets. So getting straight into it, we have the Super Star Destroyer. I absolutely love the look of this LEGO set. It looks absolutely amazing. The detail on the top of the Super Star Destroyer looks absolutely fantastic. The minifigures that are also included in this set are also really good. You've even got an Imperial Star Destroyer tacked onto the side of the Super Star Destroyer, just to give you an idea of just how big the Super Star Destroyer really is. In at 9th place we have the Darth Maul bust, and if I had to sum up this LEGO set in one word, it would be scary. It really is a scary looking set. Darth Maul's eyes just kind of stare into your soul, those deep dark yellow eyes. Really imposing set, to be honest. It's an absolute work of art though. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's such an iconic looking LEGO set. It's one of the grandfathers of the LEGO Star Wars sets. It's just incredibly fantastic. It's also really rare. It costs about £3,000 here in the UK, brand new. And yeah, have fun trying to find it. It is so rare, so hard to get hold of. And that just goes to show how absolutely coveted and how much of a holy grail this LEGO set truly is. In at 8th place we have the LEGO Star Wars UCS Republic gunship, and it's probably a little bit more understated than a lot of the other models on this list, but the Republic gunship is technically one of the most impressive. It makes a lot of use of the improvements in LEGO technology over the recent years. The ship features so many more curves and different features that really does make it stand out from some of the older sets on this list. I mean, personally, it's not one of my absolute favourites. It didn't make it into the top 5, but I still think it is a really good looking set. The Republic gunship as it is probably one of the better looking ships and one of the more recognisable ships in all of Star Wars, and I definitely feel they did the Republic gunship a lot of justice with this UCS set. In at 7th place we have set 75331, the Razor Crest. Now this Razor Crest actually carries over the slightly clunky design from the show very well, but what really makes this LEGO set stand out from some of the other sets on this list is the fact that it's so detailed on the interior. The interior is absolutely fantastic, a real work of art. There's tons of details and references that fans of the show will really enjoy, and it's definitely one of the more playable sets on this list. I mean, hey, I wouldn't recommend swinging it around your room, but there's definitely going to be a lot of fun that you can have with moving the minifigures around in this set. In at 6th place we have set 10143, the Death Star 2, and despite being released all the way back in 2005, the Death Star 2 model is probably one of the best versions of a ship that LEGO has ever made. Now, I don't actually have one of these myself, but from what I've heard, the model is really famous in terms of some of the building techniques that are used in this set, and it really does stand out. It's got a really unique look, and it really does capture the look of the Death Star 2 very well. Only negative is it doesn't have minifigures, but hey, that's just a little nitpick from me. A lot of these UCS sets don't. In at 5th place we have set 75252, the Imperial Star Destroyer. This is an absolutely iconic looking LEGO UCS set. It really is absolutely fantastic. The detail on the upper side of the Imperial Star Destroyer is absolutely fantastic. Everything from the bridge to the actual point of the ship. It is so good, so detailed. Again, one little nitpick is that it doesn't really have much of an interior, which isn't exactly a deal breaker. You're not buying it for the interior detail, you're buying it for the exterior detail, and it really does look fantastic. And speaking of exterior detail, you may have noticed one little detail is that the LEGO designers even added one of the little models of the Rebel Starship Tantive 4 just to add to the sense of the size and scale of the Imperial Star Destroyer. So really good set here. In at 4th place we have the Slave One, an absolute classic Star Wars ship. It really is an iconic looking ship from the movies, and I feel like LEGO really did the Slave One a lot of justice. It looks absolutely fantastic. Definitely one of the best looking UCS ships when you put it on a shelf. It really does just stand out. I don't know if it's the colouring or what, but it just looks absolutely fantastic. It's also worth mentioning that the UCS Slave One has arguably one of the best ever LEGO Star Wars minifigures. That being Boba Fett, it's an absolutely awesome minifigure, has some amazing printing and detail. LEGO UCS sets aren't necessarily dependent on having a really good minifigure selection, but to have one of arguably the best ever LEGO Star Wars minifigures, in my personal opinion, I think that just has to give this set a few extra points. In at 3rd place we have set 75367, the Venator class Republic attack cruiser. Now this Lego set is just an absolute behemoth. It measures about 110 centimeters in length, and it's the most recent entry in terms of a UCS Lego Star Wars set, and this really does deserve a place on this list. You've got a Captain Rex and Admiral Yularen minifigure that are actually unique to this set. My only nitpick to this set is that it doesn't have much of an interior, and that is a shame. I feel like it would have been good to open it up and maybe play around with the hanger a little bit, but it's not a deal breaker. The strength of this set is within its looks, and this is easily one of the best looking Lego Star Wars sets, not just UCS sets, but one of the best looking Lego Star Wars sets of all time. In at second place we have set 75313, the UCS AT-AT. Now this one's a little bit different from some of the other sets on this list, as it's not exactly a spaceship. The AT-AT is actually just a really cool version of the enormous walkers from the original trilogy, and the interior of this set is really good. If you've got an army of Imperial snowtroopers, then you'll have great fun putting them in this Lego set. There's tons of room to be able to put them in, display them, have fun. It's just a great looking set. Great interior, it looks absolutely fantastic on shelves, and it's just an absolute behemoth of a set. Even when you compare it next to a fully grown man, it's actually pretty big. Another cool little feature is that you can pose Luke Skywalker and attach him to the underside via a cable. For those looking to maybe turn it into a bit of a diorama, just have it on the shelves and looking really cool. Just like in the movie where he's trying to get into the AT-AT to blow it up. I just think that's a really cool little feature, and yeah, all in all, fantastic set. But for me, there can only be one winner, and in at first place we have set 75192, the Millennium Falcon. And in the Star Wars universe, there's no ship more iconic than Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. Lego went above and beyond to ensure that this model had all the features that fans would expect and want from a UCS Lego Millennium Falcon. And this has an unbelievable amount of pieces, coming in at 7,541 pieces. It features spectacular detail across the board. Now this is easily the most detailed Lego Star Wars set of all time. I'm just going to come out and say it. I really do think it is. The way they've used the pieces and every part, it really does serve a purpose. The minifigure lineup is also pretty decent. But yeah, to do this amount of justice to the most iconic ship in all of Star Wars, Lego just absolutely knocked it out of the park, and I'm sure that they'll be selling many of these sets for years to come. So there we have it, guys. 10 of my favourite Lego UCS Star Wars sets. I think every one of the sets that are on this list are absolutely fantastic. But listen, let me know down in the comments if there's any Lego Star Wars UCS sets that you think should have been on this list. Let me know down in the comments. I really would love to know. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and if you enjoy Lego Star Wars content, then please do be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It will really help the channel out and keep it moving in the right direction. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.